Welcome to KPU's Summer 2020 Registration Workshop. The purpose of this workshop is to help you learn KPU's course registration system and how to troubleshoot common registration errors that you may come across. We will also go over other essential information such as accessing KPU email, university calendar, and important dates and deadlines. Before we begin with registration, it is important for you to know that KPU operates 3 academic semesters per calendar year. A calendar year runs from September to August. The 3 terms are fall, spring, and summer. The fall semester runs from September to December, spring is from January to April, and summer semester is from May to August. Please note that registration for each semester starts 1.5 months before the semester begins. This means that for your next semester, which will be the fall semester, you will be able to register for your classes mid-July. So it is important to do course planning ahead of time. In order for you to be able to access any KPU account, you will need your user ID and password. Your user ID is your student number, which can be found in box number 4 of your letter of acceptance. Your default password is your date of birth entered in the following format. For example, if your date of birth is January 1st, 2000, you will enter 01, the first 3 letters of your month, the first letter being capital, and then the year of birth. Please note that the default password must be changed after the first login. If you know your user ID and password, please sign in to ONE.KPU.ca. You can log in by clicking on Sign In at the very top right-hand corner. Once you're logged in, search for the app Register for Classes at the very top. This is the app that we want. Click on the app to open it. Before we start registering for our classes, it is important to know what your registration date is. Each semester, every admitted student is issued a registration date, usually 2 months before the semester starts. This is the date and time on which you have your first opportunity to register in classes for a given semester. It is important to take advantage of this date because the longer you wait, the more chances there are of classes getting full. To find out your registration date, click on Prepare for Registration. Enter Summer 2020 as the term and click Continue. This will give you a summary of your registration status. You can also see if there are any holes on your account here, and at the very bottom you will find your registration date and time. Please note that the time zone is Pacific time. Now that we know our registration date and time, let's go back to the main registration page. And now we're going to click on Register for Classes. Again, select Summer 2020 as your term and then click Continue. Once you click Continue, you will receive a pop-up notification informing you that an action item is pending. You must clear this action item in order to continue with the registration process. Follow the steps provided in the following link. The pop-up notification will look something like this. Click on Continue in order to proceed. Once you click Continue, click on the social insurance number link. Next, if you happen to have a SIN number, you may go ahead and enter it and then select I have entered my correct SIN and then click Save. However, most new international students who will be starting in summer 2020 will not have a social insurance number. In that case, you can select the option I have not entered a SIN as I do not have one at this time. Once you select this option, click Save. After you click Save, you will see the pending status change to completed. Click on the Return button to go back to the main registration page. In order for you to enroll in classes, click Register for Classes, select your term, and then click Continue. This is where you can search for the courses available for a given semester. You may use the advanced search feature if you wish to find classes on a specific campus, specific day, specific time, or taught by a specific instructor. When searching for any course in the subject field, it is important to enter the course name and not the program name. For example, if your program name is Business Management Diploma, do not search for Business Management in the subject field. Instead, you must search for the specific courses that are part of your program. To find a list of courses that are part of your program, please refer to the university calendar. You may access the university calendar by going to ONE.KPU.ca and search for University Calendar at the top. Once here, click on Faculties and Programs. Here you will find a list of all the programs offered by KPU. You may also find your program based on your faculty on the left-hand side. As an example, to find the program requirements for the Business Management Diploma program, click on School of Business. Next, click on Business Management, and then select Diploma in Business Management, and then click on the Requirements tab. This will give you a list of all the courses that you must complete in order to graduate from this program. Let's say that one of the courses that we wanted to take next semester was Business Mathematics 1130 or Buku 1130. In our registration page, we will search Business and Quantitative Method. Course number will be 1130, and then click Search. This will give you a list of all the classes open for this specific course. Prior to registering for any class, please note down the campus and the timing of your class as well as your final exam. You can also find the number of credits your course is worth under the credits column. Please note that KPU offers classes in 5 different campuses: Surrey, Richmond, Langley, Cloverdale, and Civic Plaza. Not all courses are offered in every campus each semester. For example, CAD students will find that most of their courses are only offered in the Cloverdale campus. When looking at the class timing, please note that sometimes you will find the class timing at the top and the final exam timing at the bottom, while other times you will find the final exam timing at the top and the class timing will be at the bottom. Whenever adding a specific class to your schedule, make sure you do not have any time conflict with another class that has already been added to your schedule. This includes making sure that your final exam for classes do not fall at the same day and time. If you have classes at different campuses on the same day, please ensure that you have enough time to commute between campuses. Let's suppose that we wanted to add this specific section into our schedule. The campus is Langley. Class time is on Wednesdays from 1 to 3:50, and the final exam is on a Wednesday from 12 to 3. Click on the Add button. This will put the class into our summary panel. Next, make sure that the Register option is selected in the drop-down menu, and then click Submit. If you are successfully placed into the class, the registration status will change to Registered. If the number of seats available for this specific class were full, you will get an error closed section. The section is full. This means that you cannot register into the specific section. You may register for a different section offered for the same course, which has seats available, or you may waitlist for the section that is full. In order to waitlist, you will click on the drop-down menu and will be able to see the option Waitlist. Once you select Waitlist, click Submit, If you are successfully placed into the waitlist, the registration status will change to waitlisted. As soon as the seat opens up, you will be notified through email to your KPU email account. At this stage, checking your KPU email regularly is highly important because once you receive the email, you will have 24 hours to go back to your account and register for the class. If you miss the 24-hour period, the seat will be given to the next waitlisted student in queue. If you wanted to drop any class, simply select Drop from the drop-down menu and click Submit. Okay, so sometimes it might take a long time. You can refresh your browser if you feel the registration system is taking a long time. So next we will try to add another class. This time we will add a class that has a lab component. Please note that many of the science courses, such as chemistry, physics, and biology, have a lecture and a lab component. You must select both the lab component and the lecture component in order to register for the class. The lab component will show as 0 credits, while the lecture component will show as 4 credits. Now let's add the lecture component and then the lab component. Make sure that register has been selected and then click Submit. As you can see, we were not successful in registering for Chemistry 1110. We received an error. If you check at the top, it provides you with more detail regarding the error. Prerequisites, co-requisites are unmet. This means that there are certain requirements for this course that I do not currently meet. If you click on the course subject, you will find more details about the course. Under course description, you will find a brief description about the course, as well as any prerequisites and our co-requisites listed for the course. Prerequisite is a requirement that must be met prior to registering for a given course, whereas co-requisite is a requirement that can be fulfilled either before or at the same time as when you take a given course. If you are a science student, please note that you are required to have grade 12 math in order to register for university level mathematics, chemistry, and physics courses. If you do not have grade 12 math, you may register for other courses that are part of your program that do not require math in your first semester. However, once you arrive in Canada, please see an international advisor to learn about the different ways you may fulfill the grade 12 math requirement. The following are the most common registration errors you may come across. The closed section error. This error is received if the section that you're trying to register for is full. You may either waitlist for the section or check if another section is available with open seats. Prerequisites, co-requisites not met. You will receive this error if you're missing specific requirements that must be completed prior to and/or simultaneously with a given course. Please refer to the course description page to find out the specific prerequisites and/or co-requisites requirements for any given course. Linked error. This error is shown if you do not register for both the lab and the lecture component at the same time. Time conflict error. You will see this error if you try to register for courses that either have classes or exam on the same day and time. At KPU, all science programs, including Bachelor's in Science and Biology and Bachelor's in Health Science, require students to take university-level math, physics, chemistry, and biology courses. With the exception of biology, grade 12 math with a minimum grade of C is a requirement for many of these university-level science courses. Students who do not currently meet this requirement will see prerequisites, co-requisites not met error when registering for university level physics, chemistry, or math courses. At KPU, you will find these common types of classes: full term, inter-session classes, qualifying courses, and online classes. Full-term classes, these are the most common type where classes run for the entire term. For example, for the summer semester, classes will run from May to August. Inter-session classes, these are condensed classes that run approximately 1.5 months. Compared to full-term courses, inter-session courses have more classes that you will need to attend each week. These courses are offered in 2 sessions, one in the beginning of the semester and one in the middle of the semester. Example, for summer 2020, session 1 classes start on May 11 and end on June 22nd, while session 2 classes start on July 6 and end on August 17. Please note that the deadline for adding and dropping these classes is different from full-term courses. As these are accelerated courses, please see an advisor before registering for an inter-session course. Qualifying courses, these are preparatory classes that allow you to upgrade your skills and knowledge to be able to take undergraduate studies. For example, a student who did not study high school grade 12 math may take math qualifying courses in order to upgrade his knowledge prior to taking a university level mathematics course. Qualifying courses end with Q, for example, ENGQ, MATQ, and so forth. Qualifying courses do not count towards your undergraduate credits. Online classes. In these classes, face-to-face in-class activities and lectures are replaced by online readings, assignments, and projects. You must be a self-learner and have good time management skills in order to succeed in online courses. In the registration system, the campus will show as online. Some courses are partially online, where a portion of the coursework is online and a portion is through in-class sessions. If you wish to enroll in an online class, please speak with an international advisor first. Students enrolled in the CAD program are an exception. Before you arrive in Canada and to KPU, it is important to complete the following to-do list. We will go over each item in more detail in the next few slides. Number 1, you must submit a copy of your temporary resident visa or approval letter from IRCC. The deadline to submit this is April 15. You may email a scanned copy to international@kpu.ca. Please make sure to include your student ID number in the subject. You can also send the document through the iCent app. We will talk about the iCent app in more detail later on. Once you arrive in Canada, please submit a copy of your study permit to us as soon as possible. The second thing you must do is familiarize yourself with ONE.KPU. ONE.KPU is a platform that allows you to access many KPU applications without needing to sign in again and again. Please add the following apps shown here to your favorites: University Calendar, Student Email, Dates and Deadlines, International Orientation, Course Websites, Register for Classes, Online Self-Service, and the iCent app. The app can be added to your favorites by simply clicking on the heart icon. We will go over each app shown here in the next few slides. As soon as you're admitted to KPU, it is very important that you regularly check your KPU email account. All KPU students are automatically provided with a KPU email account. Your user ID and password for this account is the same as for ONE.KPU. The KPU email is used for university communications, including emails from instructors, advisors, and important notices such as related to your class registration, waitlist notifications, and class cancellations. If you wish to email anyone within KPU, please do so using your KPU email account and not your personal email account. The online self-service portal is another important tool that you will be using frequently. You may use this tool to pay your tuition fees, check your grades, view your unofficial transcript, and update your personal information such as your address and telephone number. Getting to know the university calendar is extremely important, as this is your official guide to KPU's academic programs. Please consult the university calendar link provided in your webinar invitation in order to plan your courses and ensure that you're on track to graduate for your specific program. Prior to starting your classes each semester, it is important to review the dates and deadlines page. This page outlines the first day when classes start, the 100% refund date for dropping classes, the 70% refund date, as well as the no refund period. You may also see here the tuition fee payment deadline, as well as any university closure days. The next item on your to-do list is to download the iCent app. The iCent app is designed to help new students through the process of coming to Canada and KPU. It includes several key features such as pre-departure checklist, which outlines things you need to do before leaving your home country, arrival checklist, things you need to do for arrival in Canada. You may also use the iCent app to upload and send your temporary resident visa and study permit documents to us. In this app, you can also find frequently asked questions. KPU Moodle is another important tool that you should familiarize yourself with. This is a learning management system that KPU supports for online learning. Instructors often use Moodle in different ways depending on their teaching styles and what works best for their courses. You may be required to complete quizzes or submit assignments through Moodle or participate in online discussion forums. Last but not least, before you arrive to KPU, it is important that you complete the mandatory online orientation. The online orientation will provide you with other essential information that you need to know for a successful start in life in Canada and at KPU. Apart from the online orientations, students are also required to attend the on-campus orientation. The summer 2020 orientation will take place on the following days and time. You may attend orientation at any one of these campuses. You can register for the orientation through your online self-service portal by following the below steps. This concludes our webinar. We will be responding to any questions you may have shortly. After the end of this webinar, if you have any further questions, you may contact us via internationalstudents@kpu.ca. Please allow approximately 5 working days for us to respond back to you. You may also book a phone, Skype, or in-person appointment with an international advisor through advisorconnect.kpu.ca. For steps on how to book the appointment, please visit the following link: kpu.ca/international/advising.